done election and we won clearly in about 15 states. 15 local governments, I'm sorry, 15 local governments out of 18.
God.
When they found that.
Hello, Nigerians, welcome. Please don't mind me, I'm smiling, I'm laughing, trying to adjust my face because I've been online monitoring what is happening in Edo State. I've seen all the shares in Twitter. People are busy shedding Labour Party and Aisha Yusufu and so many other people who may have supported Labour Party. Let me say this thing. We are not desperate for Labour Party to win election in Edo State. Let me also say that we are not Labour Party. What we did for Edo is to happily follow our principal, Peter Obi, to an errand where he is supporting his candidate. He is the party man here. Okay. But another reason why I was laughing is because I was in a conversation where I and my husband were actually looking at the votes buying, the case of votes buying. And the way it is said, and Labour Party mocked that we know they give shishi. Well, that we know they give shishi is still solely for Peter Obi. A situation where when Obi was running for president, the love was organic, it was massive, it was genuine. And the people the supporters were the ones telling the APC, the PDP, and the conventional money bags that this love, they genuine, no be say they coerce us, no be say they give us money, no be say we they give shishi. Like, they were not saying we don't sponsor our elections or we don't spend money for elections. They were simply saying we don't coerce people and we don't bribe people to vote anybody. All these are preambles. Let's get back to Edo. When people are mocking some people, I get so surprised. You know why? The people you are mocking are not hungry. The people where they mock, they know they're hungry. As in, they're not the ones hungry. If you watch, that most of the people that come out and carry the burden and the passion of betting a new country are not really hungry. But because every man has a purpose in life, every man has what they need to contribute to humanity, you see that there are some who will bear the burdens. Most of us, most of those people are burden bearers. People who take it upon themselves, even when it is not convenient, to cry for the next person's solution. So the situation in Edo State, I'm going to look at it from different angles. What I've just said is a preamble for those who think they are doing Labour Party or doing me or doing Aisha or doing anybody who has openly supported the Peter Obi's cause. Obi know they're hungry. Some of us are not hungry. And at this point, I also have to say that some of us have invested resources, and keep investing resources, augmenting what the government should be doing. But I saw some videos of APC people celebrating with the run-am, now with the run-am, and it occurred to me that these are very few people who are spending the country's resources and daring the people and throwing it on their faces like, say, una no go do anything. And we will not keep quiet. We will not keep quiet. I want you to also understand that Labour Party has come a long way. Akpata win or Akpata no win. It doesn't change any matter. It doesn't change the fact that Labour Party has made an inway, a progress. And that progress that Labour Party has made is trying to be rubbished. We are not desperate for Olumide Akpata to win election. This is a guy that is qualified for the job. If you are jeering at Olumide Akpata, just look at the people that were in the elections. particularly the APC person. Is there any way you will match him with Akpata? Even the PDP person is also up there. But the problem is that we totally want to bring down anything called structure. This guy is being forwarded by Obaseke, the PDP structure. I don't feel there's anything wrong in recommending somebody. But I have seen that these people have a history, an entrenchment of a pattern of decadence. But I will still say that it would have been better for PDP to take over Edo State than the present APC to do so. Our concern is not to sheepishly follow. It's to keep taking steps to get closer to the solutions we seek. We have to start taking power out of the hands of APC. Are you not seeing what we are seeing? You're not seeing it. This Edo election is an eye-opener. When the results started trickling in, it was a stark reminder that that is not the reality of the votes on ground. Where they will assign, like say 200 to APC, in some cases now assign even 80 to PDP, and they will now bring Labour Party. I'm calling it getting because these are assigned values. They are assigned values. And the trend showed me something. What it showed me is that these people have deliberately been trying to demarket Labour Party. If you notice in the Obi case, what they did were switch the votes, assign Obi's votes to Tinubu, then bring Atiku to the second position, take Obi to the third position, so that when he's even fighting, it will not look like you are closer to the solutions you seek. So that they will say, you don't even get anywhere near success for him to be claiming victory. And in this Edo situation now, it's like shut their mouth, pata pata. The results I've seen is not the reflection of the people's votes in that election. So, and the summary is that PDP and APC were rigging. The only difference is that APC was using federal might to rig election. They were using INEC to rig the election. They were using security agencies to rig the election. Whereas PDP was using only state might, power of incumbency, to try their little best. Of course, the big boys, the Abuja boys, has all the parastatals involved in that election in their pocket. So PDP and their power of incumbency will be fighting from a very disadvantaged point, and that's why they've been shouting. Now, the tussle became the echo between these two PD-APC is now who will cling the last position, that's the last win. Like who will outrig the other person and who can use his power to bring about the results of that rigging. That's where they are locked now. And in that lock, the written votes not tallying with accredited votes, PDP agents, I kept away throughout the night monitoring the situation. PDP agents, INEC did the same thing they did in the national elections. In the middle of the game, they changed the rules, changed everything, and are blazingly doing what they are doing, even when the people are raising objections, even when the people are shouting that no, no, no. When you raise an objection, the collation is presently going on now. They've gone on recess. But with all the objections raised, they are moving towards one thing. They just want to get the result declared. I have told you that with Jagaban, with the chief election rigger in power, it will continue like this. A time when he's supposed to be in the United Nations General Assembly gathering, he's telling you that he wants to concentrate on governance. When they are trying to grab Edo State and join in their queue. Okay, he only succeeded in introducing one method, that mafia method of bulldoze your way. Just find a way to be declared, which is where they are heading to now. Every objections being raised, concern them. They are just blazingly moving. Just like during the presidential election when even PDP also, Dino Melaya was shouting, even CSOs join hands, say, shut up, they are making noise. Nobody stood up to say, this thing this guy is saying, let's look into it. INEC closed their ears and just went ahead to announce a winner, because they know that with the sham they have set up in the name of election, there is no way it will be easy to prove the winner of election. So they will still use technicalities, they will still use your word is against mine to maintain whatever they have declared. And PDP is fighting to see that they don't declare that election. A case of the kettle and the pot. Who is darker than the other? And who is calling each other black? Anyway, the whole thing brings the bigger picture that we are in for a long thing. It's not going to be an easy fight. When we talk, people think that we just necessarily want Labour Party to win. No, we don't follow sheepishly. Not me. People like us don't follow sheepishly. Let's just say that even if Labour Party never won that election, it wouldn't have been with the margin of loss that it is presently. And PDP and APC is are trying to demarcate any third force. They are trying to keep entrenching themselves in the system using every parastatal, every power available to the state that is not just their own, and that is why we cannot keep quiet. Now, what does it entail for us? What it entails for any well-meaning Nigerian who feels that it should not continue like this, it's not just to be hoping that we are going to still do the normal elections we need to do. We used to do. It is never going to be that. Any well-meaning Nigerian that is not organizing meetings now, that is not strategizing now, you will lose the election and lose again and again. If you have not started what you need to do, holding hands, planning, looking at the drawing board, changing patterns, you will cry yet again. What is going to happen in 2027 is that they will write the results and a noise will not go make. Apart from social media engagements and talks, can we start connecting to fix, to form the kind of opposition we should form? It's not just opposition in talk. It's not just opposition in talk. This battle is becoming dire. And if you are not dire enough, you don't get mind to fight them. Not just come social media, they give us hope. Okay? We have to engage these people at a different level, because it is glaring that the country has gone rogue. It is glaring that we have criminals governing us. It is glaring that Nigeria is in an apostate state. In that their collection, I saw one Oyibo sitting down quietly, and they are ashamed they catch me. How the guy is quietly looking like, are these people actually doing an election? So long as there is this human element involved, how can you, in this 21st century, 2024, we are still carrying paper to write election results and trusting that these criminals will leave it like that? Places where some people had strongholds, they destabilize those places by not bringing electoral materials, by not coming in time, by disenfranchising the people and telling one story or the other. Look at the number of void votes. Look at all the things that have played in this election, vote buying. And I see some people bragging as to how much they were paid. Some people are saying APC is paying 15,000, PDP is paying 17,000. How much is Labour Party paying? How much is Labour Party paying? That's money that when they collect it, they will use it to just buy fuel and continue their cycle of suffering. It looks like we are the ones crying more than the bereaved. Every Nigerian that thinks he's suffering and cannot stand up to use that your suffering to shout, and you're waiting for some people to come and shout for you. You're in for a long thing. You're still collecting money and bragging, thinking that money will do something for you. Let's see the effect in the next 4 years. They are going to put the people they want to put, and it will be the usual legal battle. The court is gone. This is the more reason we will say no to INEC. This INEC can never take their word. So even this one that they are coming out to say Julius Abure is no longer Labour Party chairman, there is something they do. The trend that you people have never noticed, like collect from this side, use it to compensate, balance this side, so that people will say they are doing something. I don't trust their word. I don't take their words for it. In fact, they have gone rogue, and this INEC, this present INEC, can never be allowed to conduct any other election in the country if we want to make headway. If we actually want to make headway, this INEC cannot conduct election. They are another arm of APC. In working countries, when people notice this level of bias, this level of complicity, they call for standing down whatever is involved. And our people are still trusting that INEC will conduct elections for them that is free and fair. Oh my, don't be in this illusion. If it is this same INEC that is going to conduct the election of 2027, we're in for a long thing. Something must just have to give. We have to start calling for disbandment of INEC. Somebody was telling me that even if we go electronical or internet-based election, they will still hack it. They will still do what? Who told you that they cannot spend millions to buy hackers? Not only then get monopoly of hacking. Eh? There are ethical hackers too. So what? In fact, I don't know what to say at this point, but I'm convinced at this point that we can never do it the way we have been doing it. We can never do it the way we have been doing it. Something has to be on the drawing board. And we have to start connecting wherever you are. You think that you are not just an obedient. That's just an arm. That's a well-meaning Nigerian. We're not particular about being obedient. That is an aspect, because we want to forward a man we know can do the job. But we are more than being obedient. We are well-meaning Nigerians. So being obedient is not synonymous to being Labour Party, such that you think that for being obedient, we are supporting every candidate. No, we are just supporting the cause of a man that will start navigating Nigeria in the right direction. And that man is Peter Obi. We are passionate to put that man in the highest office in the land so that he can start. And from there, we take it on as young people. So, if you're a well-meaning Nigerian, you have any form of ingenuity. And we're not taking this to the next level of connecting and starting something that is on the ground, unknown to these people. We have more coming. We have more coming. Let me go back to monitoring the election. I will still come back. I will come back. Thank you for listening. And don't be deterred. You know, when these things happen, it looks like, no. It is always darkest before the dawn. Nobody knew that we could get this closer. And I will say your salvation is nearer than when you first believed. We are moving. We are moving, but we have to be a little bit more strategic. When you are in a battlefront and the battle is raging in a different way, you change style. You begin to tackle it head on with the way it is happening and not your general knowledge of fighting battles. Oh, see you. Thanks.